Hello, Gemini. I'm Louise from BeHealing.com, and this is your weekly read for the week of the 20th to the 26th of January 2020. If you'd like a private reading with me, Gemini, then there's a link up there to book in for one of those. I get those out within 24 hours of you booking them, and they're 3 pages long. Now, you can see at time of booking, there are checkboxes to check as to what area of your life you want the reading to be about. You can choose one, you can choose two, you can choose all 5 if you want. But if you want to ask specific questions for your readings, then all you need to do is at time of booking, when you're on my website there, click on the Contact Us tab, which is at the top and also at the bottom of the page, and put your questions in there and I'll do the reading about that. So, Gemini, what have you got going on this week? Let's see. I am love, gentle okayness. Ooh, Gemini, I'm feeling like you have been through, you're going through traumatic times now, changes that you're taking traumatically. You're kind of taking it personally, Gemini, as if changes, you're being redirected. It's like the universe is stepping in and redirecting you to what you want. But in that state of change, we can feel like things are going wrong sometimes. And this is what I'm picking up for you at the moment. You're taking it very personally, and it's like, so I don't deserve to be loved then. Taking it that way instead of being okay about it. What if it's for your highest good? Because it is. What if it's leading you to better things? Woo! Let's get this fire ant off me before it bites me. What if it's leading you to better things, these changes, Gemini? You are loved. Don't let what's going on at the moment, the changes that are going on, make you think that you're being punished or that things are going wrong for you. They're not. They're actually going right for you. You're just being redirected. Sometimes, call it the shit bit. Sometimes the shit bits have to happen, especially when we get stuck. It's like sometimes when it's time for you to move on from a job or a relationship or whatever, something goes wrong. Something goes wrong to give you that shove, and it's really something going right. It's something giving you that shove, right? That's what you've got going on at the moment. You're being shoved, and it's for your benefit. You are loved, so don't take it personally. If you can, Gemini, don't take it personally, because it is actually for your benefit in the long term, and you'll see that down the line. You'll be glad that this shit bit happened to move you on from things. And because you are moving on from things, Gemini, look at this. This week you've got reach out and cleanse. It's like tying up loose ends. I don't know, for some of you I feel like something big's happening, like you can't carry on renting the house that you're renting at the moment. Or you've just been sacked or made redundant. Some like big things could be happening to you like that at the moment, Gemini, and you're like, oh my God, like why? Why is this bad stuff happening? How have I manifested this bad stuff? And it's like, it's not bad. It's not bad, right? It's happening for your benefit. It's moving you on. But you need to clear it up in this moment. It's like you need to change your mindset. What if it's all for your benefit? Because it is. What if it's all for your benefit? And this reach out and cleanse, it's like, so if someone just sacked you, or if your landlord says they're going to sell the house and you can't be in it anymore, you need to reach out to them and sort that stuff out, like clear the air, say it's okay. It's probably time I moved anyway. I did want to move to a new house anyway, or I do need to start doing the work that I really want to do now. That kind of thing, like clear the air, reach out to them and clear the air. You don't want to keep like guilt or blame or like anger towards someone that the universe has worked through to actually get you on track to something better in your life. So to get in alignment, you need to be on the same page as your higher self. If your higher self has like thrown a spanner in the works, or has caused this tower moment, something to break down in your life to help you, and it's worked through someone else, then to be on the same page as your higher self, to come from that same vibration as your higher self, to be in alignment requires you to even if you can't understand, it's not about understanding it, not about seeing the bigger picture, but just trusting that something better is happening and being cool with that person, because they're not only cool with the person, your higher self is not just cool with that person that helped, they're really appreciating them for doing that, for listening to the guidance that they were giving it, and for actually taking that step and doing that. Remember, they put themselves on the line to help you, even though it doesn't seem like that at the moment, Gemini. Wow, what have you got going on at the moment, Gemini? Tower moments for you. Maybe not for all of you, but for some of you. And it happens, sometimes it's just the easiest way. Sometimes it's just the path of least resistance for it. And sometimes I make new decisions for myself and I move easily. Some areas of my life I don't. Some areas of my life I do need tower moments to actually move on from it, and it's okay. It's not like this is not saying you've got a tower moment because you've been ignoring your guidance. Maybe you have been ignoring the guidance, or maybe you haven't. Maybe it's just the path of least resistance. It's like, what is the easiest path to move this Gemini to that new job? Oh, it's in getting them sacked, and then this other job is going to be put in front of you maybe a week or two down the line. Maybe you need some time to rest first. But yeah, it's your path of least resistance, so don't worry about that. What do you got going on in your love life, Gemini, this week? Oh, for some of you, it's a relationship breakup. Okay. Yeah, forgive them. You need to clear that reach out, cleanse thing. Same sign. It's like maybe you've got someone better coming into your life. If that's happened to you, Gemini, someone's broken up with you. You've had some kind of a tower moment in your relationship. You've got to forgive them, clear that out. Know that it's for a good reason. You've got something good coming for you. Yeah, I'm not picking anything else up for that. So it's for those of you that are going through a breakup at the moment, or maybe your partner's just dropped a bombshell, told you something you didn't want to hear, that kind of thing. It's for your highest good in the long term. And I'm not saying it's going to be really easy and you can just like put a smile on your face. Of course, there's going to be things to deal with in that process. You're going to have to go through that process because it's a grieving process when things like that happen. Look at this. So go through that process, surrender to it, detach yourself from them emotionally. This might not be a big relationship, Gemini. This could be like you've been dating someone and someone says they don't want to see you anymore. It could be just a little thing like that. It could be a big relationship that's breaking up for you, but it's someone that you need to detach from now in your love life. For some of you, I'm not saying all of you Geminis are going through this, but this is the important information for those of you Geminis that are going through this kind of situation. Surrender yourself to that process, that grieving process. Even if it has been a short-term thing, you're still going to go through the grieving process. You get attached, and you need to go through a detachment process. Just like falling in love with someone, you need to fall out of love with someone. It's a process. It's all a process. So just surrender to that. You're going to go through the different stages of it. It's okay. Just let yourself go through that. It is all for your highest good in the end. Remember, Gemini. I'm really picking up that everything that's happening for you at the moment. Of course, it's true for everybody all the time, but specifically, you've got big changes happening at the moment, and it's because it's time. You've got something good coming, and your higher self, the universe, is just preparing you for that. But it's got to give you the shit bit. Sorry, Gemini, that you're going through that. Excuse me, Gemini. Your work this week include and be vulnerable. Stepping up. Wow. Okay, some good news for you. Good news for you, Gemini, this week. This is like your boss has asked you to go to Paris to a meeting and present something. And you're like, whoa, that's really scary. It makes you feel vulnerable. You're being asked to step up in your work in some way this week. And it's scary. It makes you feel vulnerable. You know that it's a step up. You're feeling that it's a step up. And you're like, whoa, but say yes to it. Say yes to it. It's your path. Include yourself in that. Say yes to it. Even though it makes you scared, even though it makes you feel vulnerable, say yes to it because it's an important step on your path. Now, I'm not saying that the opportunity isn't going to come up again or a different opportunity to move you forward on that path is going to come up again, but this is a really good one, so say yes to it. Whatever that is within your work. I'm not feeling like it's a promotion. I'm feeling like it's a pre-promotion thing. It's like your boss testing you out. Like, can you do this? Will you step up in this way? Can you put yourself in this uncomfortable situation and rise to the occasion? Can you rise to the occasion, Gemini? Yes, you can. Say yes to it. You can. You can rise to the occasion, even if you need to fake it till you make it. Even if you need to like just pretend you're confident in that situation, you've got what it takes to do that. Step into that. There's something in that for you. An opportunity to step up. Take it this week, Gemini. Take it. Even though it makes you scared, even though it makes you feel vulnerable, take that opportunity this week. Awesome. Yeah, because you're good enough. You are good enough. And if it requires you to say go to the bathroom and take some deep breaths and look at yourself in the mirror and go, I can do this, I've got this, I can do this, I've got this, when someone gives you an offer and your heart's like, ooh, the fear kicks in and you're having a physical response to it. It's like, oh, hang on a minute, I just need to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, you're like, oh, can I do this? Can I do this? You are good enough. Take that time out for yourself to calm yourself down, and so that you can say that yes to it. You're being offered big things. Some of you are being offered really big things. Not offered, it's like an opportunity. It's like we need to, it could be like in a panic situation in work or whatever. The lead guy or something is off sick. Something's happened to him. He's been in a car accident. It's like, we need someone to step up now. Can you go into that room and like present this thing instead of him? And you're like, hang on a minute, I just need the toilet. And you go and you like, your heart is beating like crazy. It's scary as hell, but you know what? Something big is going to come from that. If you say yes to it and you do it, and you are good enough, you do have what it takes. Your higher self is guiding you to do this. Something huge could come from that. It's that kind of thing. Something scary, something out of your comfort zone. Say yes to it, because it's going to project you upward. There's going to be something so good comes from that, from your work. So put yourself in that scary place when it's offered in front of you this week, Gemini. What about your money this week, Gemini? You got freedom and transformation. This scary thing that's happening, I'm feeling like it's going to lead to a lot more money for you, like a complete transformation. Yeah. It's interesting because it reminded me, I said that like you've been asked to go to Paris. Before I quit my corporate job many years ago, before I moved to Australia, I was asked to do that. I was asked, can I go and represent the UK part of the company? It was a big corporation, worldwide corporation. Can you go to Paris and represent the UK part of it and present what we're doing in this company to them? It's going to be like managers from all over the world. And everyone was a manager apart from me. And so we're all in this conference room, and I had to get up there, put myself out of my comfort zone, and present about projects that I wasn't even working on. And I didn't have the answers for the questions. It was scary as hell. But you know what happened is that we were all, we're all staying in this hotel where this conference was together in Paris, and of course we're all dining together. And I was just being myself because I'm really cool with everybody. I don't get like scared of famous people or people that are a higher level. I just treat people like people, no matter what level they're at. And so I was just like in my element in the social aspect of it. And there's people from all around the world there, of course. So there's the manager of the Australian part from Melbourne, and I'm chatting with him, and I was saying that I'm thinking of moving to Australia, which I did by myself. And he's like, well, just like, here's my card, like just call me up if you need a job. When you get there, you can come and work for us. It's like all of these opportunities opened up to me, like worldwide opportunities opened up to me. I ended up moving and then just starting my own business when I got there instead. But it's in the same way, you've got something like that going on, Gemini, which is why it reminded me of that situation. It's like you're being asked to step up, and there's something really good coming from that. It could be the connections that you're making there that's leading you to this freedom, this transformation, financial transformation through freedom. You're being offered something that is a step to this freedom and greater finances for you, more money for you, Gemini. Cool. You've got a really good week this week. You've got those challenges, of course. You've got big change happening. But if you can write those challenges out and just like focus on the benefits that you're getting from it this week, it's going to be an amazing week. It's going to be a transformational week. Like this is where your life changes completely. Or one of those times, we get many of these in our lives, don't we, Gemini? Right. Money, mirror reflection, appreciate self. You're meant to be around wealthier people. You're meant to be a wealthier person. Mirror reflections of you. And it's just asking you to appreciate yourself more and realize your level. Realize where you're at, where your level is at, where your energy is at. It's not that you're better than anyone else, but we all have our place in the world. And it requires us to be ourselves and actually appreciate ourselves. And step into that and put yourself in the right place around people that are your mirror reflection. Are you being led to that? Are you being led to better things, Gemini, this week? That's awesome. There you go, Gemini. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment about what you got out of that, how that resonates with you. Let me know what these things are that's going on for you this week. I'd love to hear from you. And if you know of anyone else, Gemini, that would appreciate these videos, that would get value from my readings, please send them along to my YouTube channel. Please share these videos. I very much appreciate it. Your help in me growing this channel and reaching more people. I hope you have an amazing week, Gemini. I'm excited to find out from you what is going on for you this week. And I'll see you next week. Bye.